Hello. In this short audio or broadcast, I would like to present Anselm's theological methodology by explicating through three quotes from Anselm's treatise, Why God Becomes Human. So Anselm's theological methodology, from my understanding, is a combination of natural and revealed theology. But first, let me explain these two concepts. The revealed theology means to get the knowledge regarding to the God through revelation. The form can be varied, such as by reading the scripture from the theological predecessors, or getting connected with the God himself, visually or spiritually, because of one's aptitude. From the revealed theologian's perspective, whether they are agreeing or not, they cannot avoid the fact that as someone is doomed to be revealed by the God, others remain untouched by God's divinity. The natural theology, on the other hand, emphasizes the ability to reason. By establishing theological claims with logic, we can acquire theological premises. And based on these premises, the natural theologian will acquire the knowledge regarding to the God. So what is Anselm's theological methodology then? I believe that Anselm's theological methodology is a combination of both. The most intuitive one that reflects Anselm's theological methodology is the quote T2 that goes, I consider that the understanding which we gain in this life stands midway between faith and revelation. It follows, in my view, that the nearer someone comes to attainment of this understanding, the nearer that person approaches to revelation, for which we all pant in anticipation. So Anselm, by using the word understanding, he emphasizes the kind of understanding that we acquire from reasoning. And reasoning is the method we approach to understanding. But this ability to reason cannot exist without the initial faith. The faith provides us the orientation of understanding, as Anselm quoted eloquently in another book, Faith Seeks Understanding. It manifests why Anselm prioritizes faith over understanding. Once the faith is established and understanding can be proceeded accordingly, Anselm believes that the more we come to understand by reasoning, the closer we are to the final revelation. By this quote, Anselm seems to suggest that the natural theology precedes the revealed theology sequentially. Without the reasoning that we have practiced and the understanding that we have gained for decades, even if God reveals himself, we will not resonate with his appearance, since we have no understanding to this theophany. Only when we come to understand by using the God-gifted reasoning, so to speak, we can be revealed by the God himself. However, Anselm's expression of stand midway between creates two different readings of his theological methodology, and the one I have mentioned before is not the only one. So first, it can mean that one has to abide by the sequence necessarily, and to whom complied by the sequence will eventually get revealed by the God, regardless of one's theological aptitude. In terms of the sequence, it means that you have to have faith first, and then you have understanding, and understanding has to precede to the revelation. Or it can also mean that the epistemic strength of understanding stands in between of the faith and understanding. The revelation. If one can get revealed by the God, that is sufficient enough. No need for understanding. However, if this is the case, it seems that Anselm is more of a revealed theologian than a natural one, since even though the understanding is important, but the revelation creates the more crucial part than understanding. So which picture that I have mentioned is closer to Anselm's original thoughts. I think both of them are true. We might consider another quote, which is T3. Many people then are asking for treatment of this subject, and although it is one which in the course of inquiry appears very difficult, in its solution it is intelligible to all and appealing because of its utility and the beauty of its logic. The word subject in this quote is referring to the theological question that why God has become human. Well, he clearly has many ways to avoid it, such as becoming an angel. The God himself can simply avoid it, such as becoming an angel simply by willing it. This step seems trivial to His Majesty. And Anselm on this question, or in this quote, is saying that you see many people are ruminating on the topic of why God became human. This is a very tough question to answer, but if the answer is ought to exist, the answer is available to all, since the answer has to be acquired by the ratio. The phrase available to all seems to me a bit further from the revealed theology, since we have said before, the revealed theology is quite the reverse, since everyone bears the ability, not everyone bears the ability to communicate with God. However, pause for a second. Let us consider the quote right after the T3, which goes, I grant that what has been said by the Holy Father ought to be sufficient. And for this part, this backs up our second reading to T2, that when God has revealed himself, one can bypass the understanding step and venture to the revelation. And this seems that Anselm's theology is comprehensible. For the one who is gifted, he does not need to go through the process of understanding or reasoning. And also for the rest of the one who is yet to be gifted, he can also be connected with the God by practicing reasoning and understanding. The comprehensiveness of Anselm's theological methodology can be manifested in other quotes. Considering the quote of T5, but my attempt will take the form not so much from a demonstration as of an inquiry undertaken jointly with you, and it will be made with the stipulation which I wish to be understood to apply to all that I say, namely, that if I say something which is not confirmed by a source of greater authority, even if I see to be proving it by means of logic, it is to be accepted with only this degree of certainty, that it seems to be so provincially until God shall in some way reveal to me something better. By this, Anselm is saying that by reasoning and understanding, we can acquire knowledge that has yet to be confirmed by the God's revelation, nor it is in the previous scriptures that has been bequeathed by our predecessors. When this takes place, when this understanding takes place, we're going to believe in our understanding and to believe in our result of understanding. However, at the same time, we're going to equally stay doubtful to our understanding until the God has revealed something better or confirm our understanding. When the God did so, the revealed knowledge is always going to be more authoritative than the knowledge we acquired through ratiocination. The knowledge that we acquire through revelation will always revise what we understand, or what we are going to understand. Therefore, we have showed that Anselm's theology is a comprehensive combination of both natural and revealed theology.